Hi, how's it going? This is Resident of Collinwood, and I'm here to do my second video. And this video is about MASH, the movie versus MASH, the TV series. Which is more known? I would say definitely the series. The series lasted a really long time. I want to say 11 seasons, if I'm not mistaken. And it was a really good comedy drama show. Now, what were the similarities and differences? Well, here's the thing. When you watch the drama, the comedy drama, that's what it is. It's a comedy drama. It was made for television. Um, Alan Alda's Hawkeye Pierce, I would say, is probably more known than what Donald Sutherland's Hawkeye Pierce was, but take nothing away from Donald Sutherland. He was the original Hawkeye Pierce in the movie. He played Hawkeye Pierce. Now, did the series, what did they take from the movie? I would damn well say they took the reputation of the characters, of a Hawkeye Pierce, of Radar, of just the characters, Major Hot Lips Houlihan. And that's the thing. Major Hot Lips Houlihan she wasn't just, she, her first reference of that wasn't in the series. It was actually in the movie, done by Donald Sutherland, Hawkeye Pierce. And they called her Hot Lips Houlihan. And they showed the shower sequence was originally done in the movie. So that's the thing. They really, a lot of some of the things that are in the series were taken from the movie, and the theme especially, and I'm going to get into that here in a bit. So I would say they took the reputation of those characters and put them into this series in a way. Now, were they as dark toned? Because I would say that's one of the major, other than the overall plot of the movie and what the series went on to became. Obviously, there's that difference, but I would say the major difference is, while I'm not saying the series didn't have dramatic moments, because again, it's a comedy drama, it, to me, it was not as dark as what the movie could be at times. The movie, I would say, is comedy, but there's darkness into it. It's dark comedy. It's, again, it was made in the 70s. So you look at MASH the movie. There's a sequence in MASH the movie where there's this guy who's the dentist, and you wouldn't think this is dark, but the way they shoot it, it's like a dark setting. But it's funny though too. He can't get he can't get an erection. And I know how it's gonna sound to some. He can't get an erection to have sex with women. So Hawkeye Pierce, who's played by Donald Sutherland in the movie, and them get together, and they literally have the Last Supper sequence in this movie for this guy who's the dentist, who can fix a jaw like no one else. And they're doing this to, one, get him laid, to build his confidence back up so he could do his job. That's the humor in it, okay? Now, here's where the theme comes into play, because the theme is played at the beginning of the movie like it is at the beginning of the series. The only difference is the theme is actually a song with lyrics. The song is called Suicide is Painless, and I'm going to leave a link in the description box to both the song and the theme. They play the song during they play it slash sing it during the Last Supper sequence. And this guy goes into a tent with a woman who Hawkeye Pierce, this woman, Hawkeye Pierce, who's played by Donald Sutherland, has convinced this woman to sleep with this guy. I shit you not. I shit you not. So it's just, I will say, the MASH the movie is funny. Um, just the whole thing. Is it a dark tone? Yeah. Is this movie dramatic? No, this movie is not really that dramatic in a sense, in my opinion. So they play the song for this guy, and obviously she has sex with him. They give the guy a freaking Viagra basically to so he can get it up and have sex with this woman. And lo and behold, next day he's doing his job just fine. He's back to being the dentist. He's got confidence because he had sex. He got laid. Okay, so my God. And then in the series, to me, did the series ever cross that sort of like boundary line? No, obviously not, because I would say the series was affected by censorship. Now, the series did get dramatic. You saw Hawkeye Pierce, who was played by Alden Alda, do a really good job of when they needed dramatic roles. He gave you those dramatic scenes. He gave you, when Radar got shot, he was very upset. We never really saw that side, too much side of Hawkeye Pierce out of Donald Sutherland. Which do I prefer? Now, obviously, the series lasted a really long time and was very successful. But I'm going to give my nod to the movie for one reason. And this is why Donald Sutherland, to me, is Hawkeye Pierce. Again, Alan Alda is more known for the character. I've said that. But to me, the Hawkeye Pierce is Donald Sutherland. And this is why. That motherfucking whistle. Okay, I want you to go. If I can find it, I'm going to leave a link to it. The whistle that Donald Sutherland does for Hawkeye Pierce is never duplicated once by Alden Alda. Not one goddamn time in the MASH series. And with good reason, because others have tried to duplicate this in film and other shows, and they just fail miserably at it, or it just feels so goddamn forced, it's ridiculous. So, I'm going to give my nod to the movie more so than the series. Again, the series was way more known and way more popular. It ran for 11 seasons, for God's sake. So they ran for a really long time. They were very successful. I'll tell you what I give too. Look, I get the MASH theme was more known, but to be fair, not for the song "Suicide is Painless," they wouldn't have a theme, because all they did for the theme, if you go listen, when you go listen to this, all they did was remove the lyrics. So they didn't make that much of a change to it, other than removing the lyrics. And to be honest, go listen to the song and you'll hear why they removed it. They removed it because of censorship. Obviously, you're not going to play that song for that TV show. You're going to play the song for the movie, yes, but not the TV show. So I'm going to give my nod more to the movie than the series. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, and that's fine. Look, the TV series, again, was very successful. I'm taking nothing away from them. They did a lot of really good comedy and drama. Klinger, I would say, was phenomenal. Klinger, to me, stole that TV series at times from Hawkeye and BJ Honeycutt and them. By the way, the original Frank Burns was played by Robert Duvall in the movie, and that character was more of an asshole in that film than in the series, I would say. Go watch it. I definitely recommend the film and the series, obviously. I just prefer the film a little more than I do the series. My mom loved the series all the way. So definitely go check those out. Again, links to both the song and the theme will be in the description box. And if I can find a clip of him whistling, it will be in the description box too. So I appreciate you guys for sticking with me tonight, and the second video is finally done. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, and have a good one.